Amazon expands grocery business beyond Whole Foods with first fresh store in Los Angeles. Welcome back to the Daily Facts. Now, that title really doesn't give this story justice and what they're launching. Granted, they're launching a fresh store, but it's cashierless. So there's no cashier. Now, I don't know if you remember the cartoon or you're familiar with the cartoon, The Jetsons. It was a cartoon back in the 60s, in the early 60s, and they were a futuristic family. And they had computers, robots, they had cars that, that drove around in the sky. So, I mean, it was fascinating. And I remember that cartoon. I mean, it was before I was born, but I know the cartoon and it was fascinating to me. And I thought to myself, wow, is that our future? Now when I think about it in retrospect, it's like, well, they knew that these things were going to happen. They knew that we were going to have this kind of technology. It makes you wonder. I mean, it's just fascinating because, I'm not saying we don't have cars in the air right now. We don't have flying cars, but we have Tesla's car, which, is, and other vehicles that can self-park, self-drive, move you back into a lane. I mean, it's becoming, cars are before you know it, they're going to drive themselves. Anyway, I thought this was important and something that people really should be aware of, because this is definitely part of this 21st century. This is what we're going to be experiencing going forward. And if you don't like this kind of stuff, you have to, I think, in my humble opinion, you have to prepare yourself because it is coming. Okay, so let's get into the story. Amazon is opening the first location of its new chain of grocery stores, which are designed to court a different set of customers than Whole Foods shoppers. So this is what the store looks like. It's fresh. And if you're familiar with Whole Foods is a little more pricey, I'm assuming. But let's get more into the story. The first Amazon grocery store located in Los Angeles, Woodland Hills neighborhood, will open its doors this week to customers invited from the local area, the company announced on Thursday. The store will open to the broader public in the coming weeks. Amazon has 3 other fresh store locations, including in Irvine and Northridge, California, as well as Chicago's Naperville neighborhood, all of which are being used for online order fulfillment. The company declined to say when they'll open to the public. Okay, so those locations, they could open at some point, but right now they fulfill. So if you go onto Amazon, you'll see they have Whole Food and they have Fresh. And so you can order and those locations would fulfill, if assuming you live in the Illinois, Chicago, Naperville area, or if you're in California, in those locations. Amazon is aiming to crack open a new segment of the U.S. grocery industry with the launch of its Fresh store, bringing the e-commerce giant into more direct competition with chains like Kroger and Albertsons. The new format incorporates a blend of in-store and online shopping while offering consumers a variety of products at lower price points than Whole Foods. Whole Foods, acquired by Amazon for $13.7 billion in 2017, is known for its focus in organic goods and doesn't sell products with artificial ingredients. So that's why they're a lot pricier. And they have their own line 365, and it's still not cheap. And they have, it's organic, so you're going to pay for that. So it sounds like this Fresh store is not like Whole Foods, but maybe there's some similarities, but they're not going to be organic, like solely organic like Whole Foods are. But again, you're going to pay for that. The 35,000 square foot store, which is roughly the size of a Whole Foods, will be stocked with supermarket staples like Nabisco cookies, Coca-Cola drinks, and Kellogg's cereals, as well as products from Whole Foods' cheaper private label brand 365. Store aisles will also feature Amazon's own brands, including Happy Belly snacks, Cursive wine, and a new line of fresh branded food products. So right now, Whole Foods, you're not going to find Coca-Cola or Kellogg's or Nabisco. You're not going to find those there. Okay, we do think of these formats as complementing one another and serving different needs, said Jeff Helbing, the vice president of Amazon Fresh Stores. Whole Foods is a long-standing pioneer and leader in natural, organic, and clean foods, and they are. Amazon's fresh selection is fairly different. We see them operating next to one another, and we're excited to offer customers with the choice between the two. Amazon has also incorporated some unique high-tech touches to the Fresh store. The Woodland Hills location will be the testing ground for Amazon's recently launched Dash Carts, which allow shoppers to check out without waiting in line. However, the store doesn't feature the vast network of cameras and sensors powering Amazon's Just Walk Out technology, which is used in its cashierless Go Convenience and Go grocery stores. And I know all about those. I've used them many times, and it's amazing. You download this Amazon app onto your phone and you scan it and the door opens and you walk through. Now, these are not grocery stores, the Amazon Goes. They're small, like convenience stores. It's kind of like where you can pick up some breakfast food, maybe a lunch, a salad, a sandwich, yogurts, candy bars, chips, things like that. And you grab what you want and then you peruse the aisles at your leisure. You get what you want and then you walk out, and it's already, the sensors and the cameras have tallied everything up. And when you walk out, you'll get a receipt on your phone and it shows you what you've purchased. It's pretty amazing. So they're not going to have this, they're going to have the carts. So let's keep going. There are also kiosks located throughout the Fresh store equipped with voice-activated Echo Show smart displays where shoppers can ask Amazon's Alexa voice assistant for help locating items in the store for suggestions on what to make for dinner. Okay, Echo is just one of the many products that Amazon sells. That's their product. Okay, it's a little device that you can set up in your home. You set it up to Wi-Fi, and you can ask it questions and it will respond and give you answers on different things. Okay, the stores are designed to balance the needs of consumers who order online and those who still prefer to shop in person. There's a dedicated section where customers can pick up Amazon.com or grocery orders placed online or return their packages for free. And, you know, it's nice because there are going to be people that want to still go to a physical store, but who knows how long that will last. I'm just being honest and real here. Eventually, you're probably not even going to go into a grocery store. It's going to get to that point. But first, it's like getting in the temperature of the general public to see how comfortable, how they like it, if this is something that could eventually just be where you order online. I think that's where they're going to get, kind of like where the Chicago, Naperville, and the couple other locations in California, where the stores are not open to the public, they're fulfillment centers. I think that's where we're going to end up. But let's keep going. While Amazon has incorporated the experience of shopping online in the store, there are still signs of the traditional grocery experience, like a prepared food section where shoppers can order fresh pizza or sandwiches, as well as a seafood counter. Amazon is expanding its footprint of physical stores at a time when the coronavirus pandemic has accelerated the collapse of already struggling brick and mortar retailers. Many retailers have been hobbled in recent months by declining foot traffic, reduced consumer spending, and shift to online shopping, putting some at risk of permanent store closures. Obviously, the downside to something like this, as it relates to Amazon, is Amazon really just gobbling things up, you know, just getting rid of the middleman, the bodegas around the corner, those little corner mom and pop stores. Those are going to be a thing of the past. It's just, you wait and see. And your local grocery stores, your Piggly Wigglies, your Giant Eagle, your Mariano's, you know, Kroger's, those are going to have to catch up with Amazon or fall behind, and they will not be able to survive. It's just a fact of life. Okay, the pandemic even altered Amazon's own plans for its fresh grocery stores. Until this week, all of Amazon's fresh stores were used as dark stores or locations that are closed to the public in order to fulfill their needs for online deliveries. Last quarter, Amazon said online grocery sales tripled year over year in the second quarter, and it increased grocery delivery capacity by more than 160%. So, you know, obviously we're under unusual circumstances. I mean, we've never experienced anything quite like this. It wasn't our initial plan, but we thought it was the best thing to do to serve the higher customer demand we were seeing online only at the particular point in time. Only at that particular point in time, having said. Amazon also adjusted its operations in the stores in light of the pandemic. It will require customers and employees to wear masks while in the store and will limit the store to 50% capacity, among other safety protocols. Okay. This is the dash cart, and this is a video. Let's check this out. So the service will be available in Los Angeles, as we know. Okay. Dash carts are embedded with cameras, sensors, and a smart signal display. They automatically track a shopper's order, okay, much like Amazon Go. Shoppers must have an Amazon account and a smartphone to use a dash cart. Okay. Once shoppers enter the Amazon grocery store, they scan the cart's QR code in the Amazon app. Okay. And the cart connects to their Amazon account. I mean, that's pretty fascinating. So there you have it. You sign in when you get into the store. Well, that's about it. Like I say, in my humble opinion, this is the wave of the future. And, you know, this is what we're going to see going forward. And it's not just grocery stores. I want to leave a close on the Jetsons. And I talked about this when I opened it. I want you to see this if you're not familiar. And if you are, it'll just take you back. George Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife. I just think it's interesting. They're flying around in this little car like spaceship. Now, that was back in 1962. It's fascinating. It really is. I don't know if we're going to see where your car folds into your briefcase, but who knows? Well, that's it. Thank you for stopping by the Daily Facts. I hope you enjoyed. Please do like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below and tell me what you think about the future of grocery shopping. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.